am LaMarsha Lewis, and let's talk. Today is Monday, February the 4th, 2022. We're going to be bringing you this is going to probably be a little short and sweet conversation we will have today. We're going to talk about Lisa Ling. Lisa Ling is a former View co-host who recently guest co-hosted. She guest co-hosted the last week of January, Wednesday through Friday, being January the 26th, 27th, and the 28th. And after being doing her recent guest co-hosting on The View, she had went on to Jimmy Kimmel Live, and he had her as a guest on. And she made a comment because he had mentioned how she had recently guest co-hosted for The View. And she made the statement that Joy Behar told her that she talked too much. And of course, we all know any time something is stated about The View, any of the co-hosts of The View, because we know Whoopi has been trending since last week, and we will be doing some updated commentary in regards to that situation. But again, anytime The View is mentioned, like I say, any of the co-hosts, whether it's Whoopi, Joy, Sunny Hostin, Anna, who's the fill-in, Sarah doesn't really trend that much, but she has been trending as I've seen online today. I may do a conversation about that because Sarah doesn't really too much get much publicity or much, especially trending on social media. But this conversation, like I said, Lisa had told Jimmy that Joy told her she talked too much. Obviously, Joy heard the statement again, and that's just from, again, once something is stated, the internet likes to go wild because they try to make it an issue that's not, basically trying to be negative, and that's completely not the case. Lisa had mentioned to Jimmy how she has no desire to come back to be a co-host. She co-hosted for 3 years from 1999 to 2002. She was in her early 20s. She is now 48. She's married. She's the mother of 2 daughters. She's mainly known for doing a lot of ABC, like on 2020 and all of that, doing news story, covering various news stories and situations that go on. She's good at that. I like when she does her commentary. I think I'm gonna look on her IG and her Twitter page. She has her own show that she's doing now, Lisa Ling, where she's basically again just doing like journalist reporting, things like that. But after Joy, it was stated that Joy emailed Lisa in regards to the statement that she told Jimmy. And I'm reading from Lisa's Instagram page, and it's got the People magazine where they had, when it says, excuse me, Lisa Lang says Joy Behar told her she was talking too much on The View. The award-winning journalist shared an unpleasant experience she once had with a longtime co-host, The View, off camera. And she said, and that's the target line, that how people presented it. And again, this is coming from Lisa's IG page. She says, I want to clear up a mistake that I made on Jimmy Kimmel Live the other night. I said that when I guest co-hosted on The View at ABC last week during a commercial break, Joy Behar told me I was talking too much. Joy emailed me to say she didn't say I was talking too much, but rather I was over talking them. As you see, this incident was reported by people in other outlets and infers that because I had a differing opinion from her, that she shut me down. That wasn't the case, and I have a great relationship with Joy. The View, in which she has in all cap, certainly is a different show than it was when I was on it 20 years ago. But when I told Kimball that I'm glad I don't do it every day, it's because in the age of social and partisan media, everything that the co-hosts say becomes fodder for attack. It takes balls to be on that show, and frankly, my skin is not nearly it says think enough. I don't know if that's what she really meant. Maybe she meant her skin isn't nearly tough enough, perhaps. But again, I'm reading verbatim her post that she posted on Instagram, and this is saying this was 4 days ago. So I just wanted to just kind of bring, like I say, a little short commentary in regards, and she's right. And no matter if something comes out, many outlets, especially in the world we live in now, technology of social media, they're gonna take something, especially when it's opposing view. She is, to my understanding, a Republican. She was there to guest co-host and give her views from the Republican perspective. I guess conservative too, but at the same time, she's acknowledged she has no desire to become a regular co-host again. She said that was her early 20s, and she's talked about the difference. And again, the view has changed because now it is known for the number one political TV talk show that is on. So I thought that was very nice of Lisa. She says she has a great relationship with Joy and the View, and I think that was very, very commendable of her to clear the air and to put it. She put it out there on her IG because she saw what happened. Like she said, People magazine had put it out there because they tried to make it. I had a different opinion from her, that she shut me down. Clearly not the case. And as we know, and as she mentioned too, they do segments, and if you got 5 ladies, called as a whole, it's 5 co-hosts to the show when they have their full team. So just think about it. If you got 5 women in the segment, I think it's like maybe 5 to 6 minutes in short segments, or maybe even shorter, maybe 3 to 4. I'm not sure the exact time frame. But again, when you got 5 ladies, if you got 2 ladies, 3 to 4 ladies, you got to get in where you can fit in. And I think she even had made mention of that. So it was very commendable of her to say, to come back and correct what she has said. I guess she had interpreted that Joy told her she was talking too much. But she said Joy sent her email, said, no, I didn't say you were talking too much. I said you were talking over us. Which, and that does happen sometimes, because when you trying to get, like I said, get your point in, and other people is there and they may be trying to give their point, or if you're going back and forth, and there can sometimes be rebuttals and all of that. It's expected maybe to sometime talk over, but I don't think it's ever just truly intentional, at least not from the ladies. Now Meghan McCain, that's a whole different story. That's all she ever basically did, was try to over talk everyone and being rude, being snarky, being just completely unprofessional and disrespectful. I will say this. I remember one of the days, it might have been the first day if I make no mistake, when Lisa guest co-hosted on The View, and they was talking about the incident with the hot mic with President Biden had said about journalist Peter Doocy, and since that time, I shared some mention of that, how I saw John McCain too had came out and had told him, why would you ask such a stupid question? They basically had ran back, as they said, had the receipts and went back. This is seemed to be how Peter operates, based in my opinion, just asking really dumb questions, stupid question that just doesn't make sense. He like every day when he's in the press briefings with press secretary Jen, he's always asking just, again, ridiculous, stupid, dumb question. But going back, the hot mic where President Biden had said he's a stupid SOB or something to that effect, and Lisa had stated what she felt like President Biden should come out and give a public apology, and the ladies rebuked that, and I too did not agree with that opinion. But we all have our opinion, and we're all entitled to our opinion, for the simple fact we are in the United States of America, where we are free. Freedom of speech. I don't think President Biden owed a public apology. He did go back and give an apology. He called Peter. Peter accepted. Peter has spoken out and said, hey, they're good. And so if Peter is good, why Lisa think, or anyone else in that matter, that President Biden, because she heard that, well, it's below the dignity of the president never compare President Biden to, when you want to say someone below the dignity of the president, that would have to be the former guy, twice impeached, one term, who put a hit, attempted a coup, incited an insurrection on our nation's capital 1 year ago, January the 6th, 2021, Trump. Now that who never, from the time he was in the office and even since, never respected the office of the presidency. So, no, I think everything is cool, Lisa. But again, hey, you're entitled to your opinion. Again, kudos to being woman enough, mature enough, and an adult to say, hey, I got it wrong. Joy didn't say I was talking too much. She just said I was talking over them. And again, like I have stated, when you trying to get out your viewpoints and you doing it live in real time, sometimes that will happen. But again, it was not intentional or any rudeness intended. So I am LaMarsha Lewis. Let's talk.